So me and my boyfriend got in a little spat.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
I texted Jen, we got in a fight. I'm so angry. And then she was like, what happened? Do you want to call? I didn't call. I didn't even text back. And then I was like, okay, I took a nap. Now I'm really sad. And she's like, what? Are you okay? Do you want to call? I didn't call. And then I was like, okay, he came over. We made out. And now it's better. And you're like, oh my God. Hey campers, welcome back to another episode of Gay and Afraid with me, your host, Eric Sedeño, or better known as Rico Taquito. This is the podcast where we are putting camp back in camping. Today we're talking about manifestation. To help me get into this topic, my second returning guest around the campfire today. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous. She looks like Linda Evangelista, she's a model. She's a professional dancer, freelance professional dancer. Guys, she's available for hire. She's done multiple high-end, high production value music videos. Very talented, very gorgeous. She's a TikToker, and she's one of my best friends for a long time. We're basically like siblings at this point. But please help me welcome the wonderful, the dancing, the beautiful Jennifer Mika.
Yay! So happy to be back.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Oh my God, of course.
Very gorgeous.
Oh my God, you look gorgeous too. It's because of Brit. Quick shout out to Brittany,
Yes.
our amazing makeup
artist.
person.
Yeah.
Who came. I was literally thrilled. The last time I was here, she made my eye bags disappear, and I was like, I am in love with you. So, yeah.
No, she's the best.
She's the best.
Shout out Brit.
Shout out Brit.
Yay!
Yay, Brit.
How are you?
I'm good. I did just hang out with you 12 hours ago.
We were literally I landed in LA. I went to the hotel. I charged my phone for 5 minutes, and I was like, let's go to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we just saw each other.
We did just see each other. This is what happens when, Eric is just obsessed with me. So he lands and he of course has to see
Jen
me.
has this thing where she thinks I'm obsessed with her. And she also
zoom in on the shoes.
Okay.
Zoom in on the shoes. Cut the
just
camera.
because I got Solomon's. Sorry, Solomon. Solomon's my friend. No, we have kind of matching shoes.
We do.
We have matching energies though.
We do have matching. I got dressed for this and I thought to match you because we do, since we've known each other, love matching outfits.
I know. I should have been better at texting you. But
you're busy.
I was working today, so.
Yeah.
I got bangs.
I'm like, it's been 30 seconds. Let's talk about Eric's hair. Let's hear you tell us a little bit about the hair.
Yeah, so I got bangs.
Who did them? How
No,
did
Grace Brinkley. She was my guest on the
Yes.
podcast today, and she had her scissors. Well, she loves cutting her own bangs. She looks so good with a pixie cut.
She looks amazing. So
her head looks so nice.
amazing head. Amazing head.
Oh,
just
wait.
we're
I
gonna
don't know. We should say that.
So Grace Brinkley is. I think I believe I was the first person she met who was a TikTok mutual with her was me about a year ago, before she ever moved here. And it's so funny because we are kind of in different
types of
multiverses.
different sides of the internet.
Yeah. But we had so much fun. We ended up going to an event together. We got lunch. We actually got dinner after. And then she moved here, and it's just been awesome. I love that you two ended up meeting. But she was my friend first. But I'm so happy that you two. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You never fail to remind me
That
when you've done something first. So. The one time I was growing my hair out, and it was a time when it kind of looked like a wolf cut, and you were so mad because I was like
I'm like, where's the camera? Hi.
No, I don't know. But you've been good, right? She's in year 2 of living in LA.
I have been telling Eric I am in my sophomore year of LA. I hit my 1-year mark in June of this year, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy because I'm actually going this week to New York for the rest of August, which is really great. But I was telling everyone on the way here how much I actually love LA. It's been 1 year, and I think not that many people can say that in these grand cities like New York or LA.
Yeah.
Cities can really beat you down, but I'm totally. I have a theory. Though, that your sophomore year of high school, your sophomore year of college, your sophomore year of life is always really fun because you've kind of made the friends, you've let go of friends, you found your people.
Yeah.
You haven't lost the.
You put roots down.
I put roots down.
Yeah. The
novelty and magic of the city or space isn't gone yet, so I'm still really excited by LA.
Yeah.
My junior, senior, maybe it'll be not so good. So. Yeah.
No, I mean I always think that like once you like the most fun time is when you're not tired of anything yet.
Yes.
So you're like used to it, or like you know how it works, but you're not like tired of it yet.
Exactly.
And like sometimes like things you just get tired of, and then you have to do new things. And like I don't know. I think it's very much like sophomore year is good.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
I also feel. Do you have anything in your life that you're entering that's kind of your sophomore year?
I'm gonna be like my second year in the same apartment.
Oh.
And like I'm so excited to just like stay put. Like I'm excited not to move and to just be like, okay, I have all the furniture I want, and I don't have to like hang anything on the walls anymore, and I can just like live my life in my little apartment that I really like. So I'm really excited about that.
I think that's so great. Also, Eric, you have such a beautiful apartment, and like you love nesting, and he's really good at hanging stuff, just like me actually, because
Oh my God.
last night
She's lived in her apartment for how many months?
we are going on 14 months.
14 months.
Yeah.
And I finally hung something on her walls for her.
Yeah, I have these beautiful frames. I keep accumulating beautiful works of art. One of my favorite pastimes is going to Goodwill, finding these frames with like stunning, intriguing art, and then I just pile them on my floor.
It's so funny.
So the few times I have guests over, I'm always like, so that's gonna be hung up. I just moved in 12, 13 months ago. Yeah. So
well, speaking of like our apartments, you manifested that shit. Like, oh my God, this girl, like Jennifer Mika.
I was like, my government name.
I always call her Jen. Yeah. But Jen, like, literally manifested her whole apartment situation. She didn't have to look. She didn't have to look up apartments. She didn't have to look up a car.
Well,
she just like rolls into LA and she's like, oh, I happen to have an apartment. Oh, right. My brother's getting rid of his car. I'm going to buy his car. I'm like, yeah.
Eric did tell me a little bit about today's topic, and I was thinking about how our friends do jokingly say like things just fall into my lap, which I'm sure it's true, but I'm like, do things fall into my lap, or am I just like incredibly positive about things? It might be same goes for you.
Well, we were talking about like karma yesterday.
Yes.
And I feel like karma and manifestation have like a hand-in-hand thing.
Yes.
Well, also like if you do something good and it makes you feel good, then if you put good energy into the universe, then it's gonna reward you. That's how I feel. Like karma might not be like bad equals bad. I think it's like, oh, I did something bad, I'm feeling bad, I'm attracting bad energy.
Right.
But I don't know, that sounds so like I'm literally on pot or something. Like, I don't know, I sound like crazy.
No, I intensely believe in karma, almost to a fault, like almost to like I depend on like being a good person for good things to happen to me. This is crazy, but recently, huge accomplishment. I like driving now. Yay! Can we get an applause? I like driving. I'm no longer scared of it.
Okay, we gotta get into the drive. Every time I come to LA, I like Jen will drive me around, and then
she's always holding the thing.
I literally don't do anything. I literally will be texting on my phone, not looking at the road, being like, I'm just gonna let her do her thing and not say anything. And then one time, oh my God, the last time I was here, I was on a billboard, which was crazy.
Which was huge,
and I'll never forget. I hadn't said anything the whole ride, and then I was like, oh, I think both these lanes turn right, and you were like, I got it.
I know.
And I was like, oh my God, she's gonna murder me. Like, I was like, she hates me.
No, in your defense too, like you were being so nice and I was being so cranky. This is a side of the internet or side of myself I don't show on the internet as much, which is like I can be spicy, like only to like my like sibling friends.
Yeah, only to me.
Yeah,
only to me. Yeah.
Eric has the privilege of getting to see me.
Well, we're like
be spicy.
We're like in such a place in our like friendship where it's been so long, and we also used to live together, and so we're like brother and sister at this point, where I can like be mad at you but still love you at the same time, which I don't like necessarily feel I can do that with a lot of people.
Me too.
So like even if I hate you, I'm like, okay, that's my sister. Like it's kind of funny.
No, it is. It's so funny. The driving thing has been interesting. I've been telling everyone like, if I can comfortably drive in LA, you can go to law school, you can go to med school, you can change careers. You should text your ex. Don't text your ex. You shouldn't text your ex. But like, you can do anything. If the person who is the most fearful of driving, not only can I do it, I actually genuinely enjoy it. So like, kind of like the manifestation topic is like, there are things that we're so fearful of, but like you really can accomplish it. It's like kind of crazy what you're capable of doing. So. Yeah.
And like, I do want to start by doing like kind of touching on gay and afraid. Well, you already know the reason, you know, like, but I just love looking at that person I used to be and like thinking about like, what were they manifesting or like, what did they want to happen?
Right.
And I don't think I like had that. ability to think ahead at all when I was that age.
Right. When do you think in your life, or when was the first time you realized what manifesting
I
is?
manifested being sexy. No.
Cut the cameras. Can we cut the cameras?
No, because I used to like in college when I was really working out, I used to like joke with my friends all the time. I was like, I'm so hot. Like, yeah, I went to the gym. I'm so hot now. And I would just like say it out loud, even though I genuinely in my body did not feel like that was true. I'm making a joke about myself.
Right.
And like what I wanted, like I wanted it. And then I was like, one day I was like thinking about it and I really genuinely felt like, oh, I've said it enough times out loud that I feel like it's real.
Right.
I just like manifested it. And also,
right.
You see the
material. The proof is in the pudding, right. When you manifest, do you say like, I hope, or do you say I am this? Like, I am sexy.
I think saying like I am, I was like, yeah, I'm just so sexy. Like you guys don't even know what to do.
Right.
And like I would make jokes like that. And like I feel like I was saying it out loud but I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's more like you have to claim ownership of it or something.
Totally.
Not to be too. Is that sound cheesy? Are we?
No, not at all. I remember I have two instances when I was younger. I used to talk about. So I had sideburns when I was younger. Just like when you're like a 12, 13-year-old and your hair is like growing all different directions, and I had these sideburns. So I would make fun of myself. Like it was this flaw that a character trait in myself that I found as a flaw. So I'd make all these jokes, but because I kept saying it out loud, the more people heard it, the more people noticed it. So I actually was like, oh, this is a bad idea. Let me stop bringing it up. And so I've learned a lesson I've learned kind of as an adult is things I don't want people to notice or things I don't want to exist. Just don't say it out loud, because in many ways manifesting, you can manifest negative things. Like you get people to notice negative things. So I never say like I'm tired or like I'm old, or I will say things like you said, like I'm happy. You know?
Well, like my biggest thing I do right now is like I say like I'm lucky and good things happen to me.
You do say that.
And I've been saying it for a long time, and I'm so lucky and good things always happen to me, and it's so true. But I have it on a sticky note on my wall, and Ruben makes fun of me. He's like, at least print it out. He's like, frame it or something. It's on a sticky note. It's been on a sticky note for 6 months now, like on my wall. I'm like, but that's how it needs to be. I just need to see it every day and be like, I am lucky. And good things do happen to me. I've also been lately, I've been saying I'm open to the universe, and the universe is like open to me. I don't really know what that means, but I feel like I'm open.
No, I love that. I think that's a really good way to be, especially in our careers, which are like super tumultuous, and like sometimes it's like really, really good and exciting. And like if we have windows of opportunity, and then there are these like crazy lulls.
Oh, yeah. Now a quick word from our sponsors today at HelloFresh. I don't know about you guys, but even though we're nearing the end of summer, August always feels the most summer to me. It's super hot out still, and all you want to do all day is lay out by the pool with some fresh snacks. HelloFresh makes sure you get all the best picks all summer long, with seasonal ingredients that travel straight from the farm right to your doorstep in less than 7 days for quality you can taste. Also, HelloFresh offers 40 recipes to choose from weekly, so you'll never get bored, and their fast and fresh recipes are ready in 15 minutes or less, so you can maximize your time outside and enjoy restaurant-quality meals without all the work. I'm obsessed with HelloFresh's ability to take my cooking to the next level with meals like the zucchini and sun-dried tomato risotto, or their one-pot spicy beef curry stir-fry. Make your spot the destination for restaurant-quality meals this summer. Simply shop the HelloFresh Market and take your pick from over 100 curated snacks, lunches, sides, and vegan options. Go to HelloFresh.com/50gayafraid and use code 50gayafraid for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50gayafraid with code 50gayafraid for 50% off plus free shipping. Come experience why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Now back to the show.
Have you ever had a manifestation that was something tangible, like an object or like a purse or like an opportunity? Because I can think of one for me.
Oh, you go first then. I don't really.
Okay, so I'll go first. First time I realized what manifesting actually was, we had our friend Margot used to talk about it all the time, and I was like, oh, interesting. I remember journaling when I lived in New York with Eric. We were roommates. Sounds so silly, but like all the cool dancers had Air Force Ones, like Air Forces.
Yeah.
Nike plug, Air Forces. And so, so I journaled like, oh, Air Forces are so cool. Like they're kind of expensive. They're like $100. Like, I don't know if but I would just like journal every day. Like, I just think they're so cool.
Yeah.
And then one day I realized I own them. Like I didn't even remember going and buying them. I just like suddenly had them. And then I've worn them for years. And like that was the first one I was like, oh my God, I wrote in my journal 6 months ago and now I have them. What else can I journal that in 6 months will like come into fruition, you know?
Yeah.
So because you journal too and like
Yeah, I've been like, I think I mainly journal when I'm frustrated or I need to get a thought down. And so lately I've been very like stress free. And so I haven't been journaling as much, I think. I don't know. I need to get back into it. But I have one. It's like my TikTok journal. And I write down how the internet makes me feel. And like I definitely have ups and downs.
Yes.
But I also write about like things going on in my life. So I don't know. I think it's nice to just like put down feelings in pen and paper.
That's funny you say that. You really only journal when you have to get feelings out because
but they could be big feelings like something really amazing happened, but I'm like maybe I'm just like a little stress free and so nothing, I'm just like chilling right now.
Right.
I don't know.
I've been trying to get myself, because I love my mornings, I'm like my most productive as soon as I wake up, but I've been trying to get myself to just sit and journal, make it a little bit, even if I don't have thoughts, just to like write something. But I've been struggling. I stop writing when I don't have anything I want to write anymore. And my entries recently have been so short because I'm really happy. Like I don't have any thoughts I need to work through. And I've been stopping like sometimes like halfway through one page. And I'm like, that's it. Like that's all I have in me. And I think it's because I'm really like content with my life.
Yeah,
so.
like something in the air is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so what type of kid were you though? Like I need to know. I just like have to know because I feel like you're like kind of a tomboy now sometimes.
Yes.
But like not like all the time.
Yes. That's a great
You were popular.
observation.
She was popular. We all know.
No. Well, I will say who I am as an adult is very much similar to who I was as a kid. I was definitely always very performative, very friendly, outgoing, social butterfly.
Yeah.
For sure. Are we surprised? Like maybe someone.
Well, you grew up like moving a lot because your
did.
dad worked in the government.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Eric with the memory.
Yeah.
Eric with the. Let's go.
Yes. I pay attention.
He pays attention.
Yes.
Contrary to popular belief. I know it doesn't seem like he would have like a thought in his mind, but he does. No, okay, that was mean. Cut.
I want her off the show. Do you see this? See how I get treated? It's so awful.
But yes, you're
so I feel like you had to develop that skill though.
Yes.
To like be social and like
they call diplomat kids like third culture kids and it makes us either very adaptable, like super accustomed to going to new schools and meeting new people, or like horrendously like super socially awkward. And so I got really lucky. My brothers and I love meeting new people. I actually almost prefer being around people who are super different. In college, I wanted to be roommates with people who were super different from me. One of my very good friends begged me to be her roommate, and I didn't want to because I was like, we have too much in common. Like our circles are too close. I want to be with someone really, really different from me. What were you like as a kid?
Okay, so I was actually really shy.
This is shocking news. The first lie of the podcast. We're seeing it live, guys. Eric lies.
No, I was actually very guarded. Like, well, because I was like gay, and I like if I was too flamboyant, which is like how I actually genuinely wanted to be, people would notice me. So it was more like holding my energy back than like necessarily being shy, because I was always like a big personality, but I was just guarded. But I was like, when I went home, my mom and my sister were telling me that I used to run around the house being like, I'm gonna be famous, yeah. And then
he's always been like this. Nothing's changed.
No, that's not true.
I will say it was 2018. Oh my God, the hair in 2018, or maybe a couple years ago, Eric and I in the first apartment we lived in together, if we opened our windows to face the brick wall, the stunning brick wall.
We had a view of a brick wall.
I remember, I think I even have a video, we both like looked out of it and he was like, we're gonna be famous or something like that. And I still have the video. Maybe I'll send it to you. But you've always said that. So you're the king of manifestation, honestly. I feel like you believe in our future before even I do, I would say.
I don't know. I'm just like, I really do think that like the energy you carry is what takes you places.
Yes.
I really do feel like, and so I always try to like be positive, and like I've been doing this thing in my brain where I see this, I don't know why, it's iOS like 7. It's like an iOS 7 sound bar, and then like it goes from green to red. And if I'm in a bad mood, I'll be like, okay, I'm getting really close to, I'm like orange. Like, why am I over here? And I'm like, what is it going to take for me to get that bar back to green? And it's this weird, like, visual thing in my head that I'm like, okay, I need to like distinguish where I'm at on this like chart. And then I need to do whatever I can to get back to the green, because that's the energy that carries me upward. And it's really weird. It's like a crazy thought process. And when I said it to Ruben, my boyfriend, he was like, what the
No, I honestly, I get it. Like, I obviously, like, I would say you and I at neutral, we're generally very happy, cheerful people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here to confirm, you guys, Eric is a very upbeat, happy person in real life. Whereas I am very shy, sad, serious.
more. Yes.
But like, I love that metaphor, because what do you do when you're feeling down? Like, do you feel like you just need time to recharge before you can get back to that like green?
It's really weird because like I spend so much of my day alone now.
Yeah.
Like seeing people really brightens, but then sometimes I see people and I just like dump on them because so much is in my brain.
It's me. I'm the recipient of this.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, I have to tell. So me and my boyfriend got in a little spat.
Oh my God.
And
yeah,
I
let's get into it.
texted Jen. We got in a fight. I'm so angry. And then she was like, what happened? Do you want to call? I didn't call. I didn't even text back. And then I was like, okay, I took a nap. Now I'm really sad. And she's like, what? Are you okay? Do you want to call? I didn't call. And then I was like, okay, he came over. We made out. And now it's better. And you're like, oh my God.
This is actually, this is a great example of how feelings are like a river, and like you just need to like process and go through them, you know? Like, I think bad feelings can feel so massive and scary in the moment.
Yeah.
And then like it's funny how even after some time you felt better. But literally I'm almost like used to it, because I'm the exact same.
This was over the course of like a few hours.
Right.
Like
right.
literally like
Right.
It was like 12 to like 7, and then it was like the whole fight or something.
Right.
I don't know. It was like so funny.
It's funny too how like we now live on opposite coasts, but since I could remember, if there's an emergency, like if there's something like I'm about to sob or something. I remember the first time I had a panic attack in New York, and who did I call? I called you, or I spoke to you. I remember the first time you had your first panic attack.
Yeah.
I was walking to a ballet class and you called. Like, it's almost like we're each other's emergency contact. You know?
I don't know. It's like, but we have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're always on the same page in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, it's nice. Same with like Margot and Jolie. I always feel like we're kind of all on the same page, which is like our friend group.
So hopefully someone out there, hopefully you have an emergency contact person you can just call and dump on. I have with our friend Jolie, we have like $20 we basically just Venmo back to each other, and we label it emotional pad thai, because when I'm like in a rut and like struggling, she'll Venmo me emotional pad thai, and I just Venmoed her recently her emotional pad thai. So it's just this ongoing thing.
It's sweet. I mean, like I feel like I don't know. I feel like they also are manifestors too.
Yes.
Like Margot's a big manifester, I feel.
Yes.
And then Jolie, probably, I think she is too.
Yeah. What's something you've recently been manifesting, or are you someone who keeps it like very internal?
What have I been manifesting?
Maybe I shouldn't say.
I think like what I'm striving for, like the end of year on is like a high note. Like I just like see so much success coming my way.
Nice.
I can feel it in my bones. It's like an envelope in the mail. It's like coming to me. And I just like know that if I keep that energy, it'll show up.
Right.
I don't know. I just like believe that I'm going upward.
Right.
And there's nowhere but up to go. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you feel like things have changed even since the last time I was on here, which was back in April? How do you feel since April?
Oh my God, I'm so much happier.
Really?
Look, I literally feel like I like get what I'm doing and I know how to do it. And I'm also just like, I don't care as much in a good way. Like I'm not as like stressed about being perfect.
Yes.
I'm more like, which no one ever thought I was perfect. Raise your hand.
He was not perfect. Let me tell you. I can see people in the back watching, guys. They're all like shaking
the
their
live
heads.
studio audience of one.
They're like, boo. I'm like, you guys.
No, I just like, but like, I don't know. I just like get so stressed about things that nobody would even think about. And then like I let it affect me negatively. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really have to care about that. And also, if I don't care about that and I move on, then like it can't affect me. I don't know. And I'm trying to be in a healthier mindset about like where I'm at. So
Yes.
I don't know. I'm excited to see where the year takes me.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm manifesting wealth. That's about it. I like but like also part of manifesting is being delusional.
Yes.
I agree. Look at you.
I am the queen of, I mean, to put into perspective of just a few examples of me, I didn't even know manifesting was the word of what I was doing my whole life. But I remember I transferred colleges and yeah, this story is very
really
interesting.
Crazy. It's
very
cool.
Crazy. I was at a different college studying business and I was teaching dance on the side. And basically, I only decided to transfer to one school and I missed the deadline. Like, I literally missed the deadline. And what I should have done is research other schools and, like, been more on top of it. But I only applied to this one. They happened to extend it for me. And they happened to give me an offer. Like, I really feel like, I don't know, if you just really believe in something, it's going to work out. Like I have a gig, an international gig. That's all I can say about it. But an international gig, I didn't get hired for it. Like, I wasn't picked, but I still felt something in me, like something in me that really believed I was going to get it somehow. And the person they picked had dropped out. And so they called me and I was like, I don't know why. I just like, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
What sucks though is the opposing feeling when something's right in front of you, but you know it's not right. And you're like, shoot, this feels almost right, but it's not right. There's something better for me out there.
I'm also a big believer that like, it's so cheesy to say this, but everything happens for a reason.
Totally.
Like, honestly, everything always, like, even when one door closes, like a window is open. Like another, I don't know, there's always a new path for you because there's nowhere to go but forward. And so like, I always think about how when like my ex-boyfriend broke up with me, that's the only reason I started like making content. And if that hadn't happened and like, if everything hadn't just like worked out the way it did, I wouldn't be in this chair.
Right.
And I think that's so crazy.
Right.
And so I don't know. I mean, obviously it's harder in the moment to be like happy about things, but like there's always a bright side to things. If you really try and find it, you can figure it out.
Right.
You know?
I anytime I'm down or like feeling hard on myself, I try to remember like there is going to be a moment where I will hysterically laugh again, or when I'm going to feel this immense joy and like I felt it before in the past. Like it's going to happen again, or like a really exciting opportunity is going to come, you know?
Yeah.
So
I like feel like I go through the stages of grief in like 10 minutes.
You do?
No, I'm like angry and then I'm like sad and then I'm laughing about everything and then Jen's sitting there listening on the phone and she hasn't said a word and she's like, what the I'm like, I don't know.
I feel really similarly, although I just got dinner with one of our old friends a couple of days ago and he actually said, you seem really calm. And when I lived in New York, I'm typically a pretty like high energy, anxious person, but recently I've been really calm, and that's like crazy to me that I can ever appear calm because I'm not a naturally calm person.
Yeah.
But
Well, we're also like people. I don't know if people don't really see this through. I mean, they might probably see it because you're always dancing, but like we're both like hard workers.
Yes.
We all like. Okay, I'm a Virgo, but I'm like Leo leaning. I'm kind of
Leo. Yeah. Loves to bring up his Leo
okay, because like
cast.
I'm an August Virgo,
right,
which is like technically in like the new astrology, I'm a Leo, which makes sense because I'm a star.
Right.
Star.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Right. No, we are hard workers.
Where was I going with that? I like completely lost my train of thought.
That we're hard workers.
Oh yeah, we're hard workers. But no, like I was like stressing myself out this whole year about like these projects that you'll see.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to my sister and I was like, okay, no one told me to do this, but I'm really stressed out.
No, you work. Eric
like,
works so
giving
hard.
myself work and then being like, what am I doing? Like stressing myself out. I'm like, okay, no one told me I had to do that. Why did I do that? Like
when we were talking yesterday, a lot of Eric's projects are more tangible, so I couldn't help but like I was kind of venting to him like, oh shoot, like you're doing so many things. I kind of want to do that too, but you were able to flip it and you're like, yeah, even though you're not doing things that are like tangible on paper, like you're still doing all these other projects. And it was another good reminder for me that like we are all on our own path. Like,
yeah. Well, like you're a performer. Your performance is like the things I design. Like
right.
the graphic design I do is just like a simple flat image that you can like print out and hold.
Right.
Whereas like you can't hold a performance. You can't
Right.
like, you can record a performance
Right.
and like rewatch it, but it's not like something you can hold and like put up.
Right.
And so it's just like different.
Right.
And
No, totally.
yeah.
And I like how you said earlier to keep looking forward. I thought of this last night when you told me about the topic that recently I've been thinking a lot about just looking forward. I had a job once that like that was sort of their saying was to like looking forward. They always said it, looking forward. And so I dwell in the past all the time. It's definitely a flaw of mine. I'm intensely nostalgic. We love memory preservation. Like we make these prediction videos. I journal.
Yeah.
Like I am intensely nostalgic.
We have to, okay, the prediction videos are so fun. Like
They are so funny.
we would like do this thing where every 6 months we would record something and be like, 6 months from now, Jenna's gonna be doing this and I'm gonna be doing this.
Right.
And we would just like predict our futures.
Right. Which is so fun because you're just like, you're like watching a past version of yourself, like make guesses on where you are. I highly recommend it.
And like also like dream big for yourself. You're like,
Yeah.
why not do that?
Right.
Which is that's so manifestation.
Right. But I have been really thinking about looking forward because like earlier this summer, my plan was to go to New York much sooner and like revisit some mentors and people who I really love dearly. But they were in my past. And I was like, let me revisit those and like work on myself there.
Oh, yeah.
But instead, because of some other opportunities that kept me in LA, I met new mentors here. And I'm so happy I did that because instead of revisiting my past, which there's nothing wrong with that, I looked forward and I was able to meet new spaces and new opportunities. So for anyone watching, I really think this is like the lesson of the day. So just really look forward because it's so scary. It's really scary to like take on new people or new opportunities. But I just feel like it's a really great space to be in, you know, than to dwell on your past. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, no, absolutely. And like, I don't know. I feel like it's nice to, that's what I'm trying to do with like saying like I'm open to the universe. Like I just want to like open new doors and like meet new people and do new things. Have you ever heard that saying that's like, I don't really care what anyone thinks of me. I just want 11-year-old me to think I'm cool. I think about that and then I'm like, okay, but 11-year-old me would probably call me today a slur. So
Oh my God.
So I mean, I'm not really concerned what he's thinking about me. Like, I don't know. Like,
Do you think 11?
Probably like 13-year-old me would call me a slur.
Right. Yeah.
If you think about it.
Wow. Brutal. I think when I was a kid, I was like, a woman adult wears a pantsuit, heels, and like definitely has a purse. Like for sure a purse. And like definitely wears like lacy bras. Like that's just like a thing. Like for sure. And so like even in college, I was like, oh, I can't wear a purse. Like I'm just a girl. Like I'm just like a little girl. Even now I feel like I wear tote bags more than purses. But like the first time I started wearing heels or like wearing a purse, I was like, oh my God, I'm like a woman. Not paying my bills or like not like taking care of myself and like having a car and like doing things like it was like, oh wow, I have a purse. Like I'm an adult now. But I think 11-year-old me would be proud of me.
Oh, definitely.
Like
I
think so.
I like never thought I'd make it to New York. Like I wanted to go to New York so bad.
Right.
And I like wanted to get out of Dallas so bad.
Right.
And I just like couldn't even put my finger on how I was going to do it, but I was just like I remember telling my parents, I was like, I'm not living in Dallas. But they like were like, okay, like where are you gonna go?
Right.
And look, I left.
And you're like, now you're bi-coastal, which is influenced by me. So yet again, he's just my fan behavior.
Okay, but it was like really
so
crazy.
much.
As soon as you moved out here, like all this stuff happened, like started happening in LA for me.
It's because of my secondhand manifestation.
Yes.
So yes, I will.
I've been stealing your energy for years.
Take it. Just take it. You just take it. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you have lucky girl syndrome.
I would agree with that.
You're like a lucky girl.
But it's because preparation meets opportunity. Like I truly believe yeah, this is actually a TED Talk. We can head to the whiteboard.
Yeah.
No, I do feel like preparation meets opportunity. Eric and I did talk about last night. We don't ask for things that much. You're actually better at asking.
I'm getting better at like just saying what I need.
Yeah.
From people. I
don't ask for things for that much. So maybe part of my lucky girl syndrome is I don't get rejection as much, maybe because I'm scared of rejection.
But like things really
do sort of
like line up for you in like a really like crazy way.
Yeah, really crazy. I mean,
have you seen that movie with Lindsay Lohan? It's called like Lucky.
I'm like, is it Mean Girls?
Is that the way? Is she a girl named Lucky? No.
I'm not sure.
No,
is it Hilary Duff?
No. Oh, maybe. No, but it's a movie with Lindsay Lohan where she's lucky and then she bumps into a guy
who makes her unlucky.
And they switch luck.
Wasn't there like a masquerade involved or something? We should watch it.
Yeah, and they like made out at the masquerade.
Yeah. Who am I gonna make out with? Interesting. Okay. Just My Luck. Just my luck.
Yeah. That movie was bad.
No, we should rewatch it. I love anything with Lindsay Lohan.
I know. She's gonna have a baby.
Really?
Did she have a baby? I think she had a baby.
Very exciting.
Little
you
Lohan.
Next. Congrats. Oh.
Mary, did you know
oh
that your baby?
Yeah, I would say I'm fairly lucky. But I think you're lucky as well.
Okay, what era are you in?
What era? That's a great question. I am in, like I mentioned earlier, my looking forward era. I'm just really, but I'm super calm. So almost like suspiciously calm. Like typically I'm pretty anxious about a project or like a person or a situation, but I'm just vibing. I'm really calm.
I feel like there was a shift or something, and I feel it too.
What era do you think you're in?
Well, everyone keeps coming up to me and being like, "Oh, you look just like Barbie. You look just like Barbie."
Okay.
Oh,
really?
like you look just like Margot Robbie. So I think I'm in my Barbie era.
Name 3 people who said that to you. No name. I'm just curious. No name them. Like,
okay, you. Yeah, you said that to me earlier.
Lying.
And then I said it to myself a few times.
Okay.
I think it's true. Well, actually, someone said I look like Ken. I could have been Ken.
Can I leave?
That one was true. That one was so true. I think in terms of like actual era though, I don't know. I'm just like happy.
Yeah.
I just want to be chill. Like I've just been so like all over the map this whole year.
Right.
I just want to be like calm.
I think actually when I was really busy, you were calm and then it swapped. So you're about to enter your calm era. And maybe when I go to New York, because I have some plans for New York. Yeah. I'm trying to be a little like, I want to have a fun.
And then you're going to go to Europe.
Yeah.
And then like you're doing a bunch of stuff. Like it's all coming.
I do. There's something really magical about a New York summer though. Like it's truly so contagious and I'm so excited for it.
I'm so excited to be. It's the one thing. It's so humid right now.
Oh, is it?
I leave my house. And it's so humid. I come back, my head is 4 times bigger than I left. It's
bigger than it already is?
It gets humidity. Oh, I want her off the show. That is so nasty.
Did I just click that on
Yeah, you clicked boo on yourself.
I was like, who did that?
No.
But it is really humid.
I don't know. I just I'm excited to I have a to-do list of all the things I want to like see in the city, which we can do together.
Yes, we'll do them together.
And like I want to go to museums and I want to like see my friends and I want to like do new things with all the people I like to see all the time and also meet new people and not feel like I don't have time to do all that stuff because I'm so busy doing random shit I don't even care about. Like which I mean I do care about all the stuff I'm doing, but you know what I mean? It's just like I know I'm going to be a little bit more free and that's making me really excited.
That's exciting. On the topic of manifesting, so there's like okay, look at me being a host right now.
God.
In the top, so there's like past, present, and future. Where is your head right now? Like, are you thinking a lot about the past? Are you thinking a lot about the future? Are you thinking a lot about the present?
I'm not like I'm like not. I don't really dwell on the past a lot. Like, do you?
I do.
You dwell on the past?
I do. It can be like an interaction I had. It could be like me literally like fantasizing an exciting interaction, you know?
Yeah.
It's also specific to being a dancer, like who I was as a performer before. I do dwell on it. But I've been living very much in the present.
Yeah,
recently.
I feel like I'm trying to be very in the present and also just like excited about the future and like manifesting big things for myself. Like I'm just like lucky.
Right, you're
and
lucky
good
girl.
Things always happen to me.
Right.
And I really think that's so true. And so like I don't have to even try because good things are going to come my way. And like I know that's to be true for my life.
Right.
That's so true. For you, I feel like you don't say that out loud, but it's in your brain all the time that you know like We've been saying this for years.
Right.
When Jen decides she wants to get married, she's going to have a man on one knee in like 4 weeks. And she's like, I said yes.
It's just so hard. There's just a line out the door of them right now, So it's just like, there they are. So it's crazy. Well, I will say, to bring my parents into this actually, who I am, a lot of who I am and my like confidence in, I guess, myself and like my future is, I honestly owe it to my mom, because my mom is so confident. This is a little bit of there's a little bit of a Barbie spoiler I want to share, but I don't know if I should. I mean, I feel like there's already discourse, just that like their responses to receiving awards. Quick spoiler. So, a spoiler alert. When they're receiving awards, the women in the movies say, I know, I deserve this. I worked really hard. And my mom, who is this like really conventional, like traditional, like Japanese woman, you would expect her to say like, no. I mean, she does sometimes, but to me, her own daughter, be like, your hair looks so good today. And she'll go, I know.
That is so cute.
I look good. And like, I think I heard that from her. So, or she would do things on her own. Like she traveled on her own that I was like, right, because I can do that too.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Oh yeah, of course. I love when girls say, I'll give a girl a compliment. She's like, yeah.
Right.
And like I like doing that, but I always do it as a joke.
Right.
And like my version of that with my mom is that one time I'll never forget. We were like out on vacation in public somewhere, and she like tripped and like fell over. Not like in a like she hit the ground really hard, but she like fell all the way over. And then she's getting up and she's like laughing herself so hard.
I love that.
She's like, I'm an idiot. Like I just like fell. She laughed so hard she had to like take a second and like laugh. And I was like, that is so funny.
That's you. That's like so
And that's how I live my life, because I'm like, oh my God, like all I can do is laugh at myself and move on.
Right.
I'm not going to be like, that was so, like, I mean, sometimes I am a little embarrassed, but like,
right.
it's like, that was so embarrassing. Like, what am I going to do? Like, okay, I'm just going to like laugh at myself and move on.
Do you feel like with age, you're less self-conscious?
I feel like my frontal lobe developed finally.
He loves saying frontal. I feel like I taught him the term frontal lobe because it develops when you're 25, I guess.
Yeah.
And so like, or I don't know.
She's lobing up there. Like something happened, something shifted, and I'm like, okay, the universe is clear now.
He
like,
said this. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, where's the camera? Said it like 6 times yesterday. I was like, okay, he said a big word, you guys.
Just because maybe I'm like drinking less.
Yes. Like
maybe I stopped drinking as much.
Maybe the substance abuse is
no. Also, like my frontal lobe started developing, and I started eating healthier. And I'm like, oh my God, I had spinach and an egg, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, and my head is so clear now. No, it's so weird. I just like also like I finished a bunch of like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I had 8 million things. I literally feel like I had at least like 12 things to do on my to-do list that I could not get done. Like every day I was just like chasing like a never ending, like it'll be over soon kind of mindset. And I finally like was like finished with projects or like finished with things. And then I was like, oh my God, I have like my brain has room to think. Like I'm free of like all this mess in my brain. And I feel like maybe that's why I feel like it. But I also feel like I'm just more aware or something, like I'm matured or something in my brain.
Right. Yeah. I definitely feel that as well. Like I am less insecure. Like we just sort of like vibe, you know? Like I feel like I'm
Jen is like insecure about the most random things. She's like beautiful, talented, successful. She's my richest friend.
No,
millionaire.
That's not true.
Millionaire.
That's like actually not true.
You should see her apartment.
No. That is just being mean because my apartment's like shockingly small.
No, it's actually so cute.
It's very cute. We didn't even finish talking about that. That's not true, you guys. Like I'm literally.
She's not a millionaire, but she is my richest friend.
No, that's not true. That's like your richest friend. But on the topic of frames, which we never finished. I guess we did finish it, but just that it took me such a long time to even put those up, and it ended up not being very hard. Like, it's funny how easy tasks like that can be.
Yeah.
That you'll just like.
I love knocking things. I also have like, I'm a homemaker.
Yeah, you are very good at homemaking.
Housewife era.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did want to say I did manifest my apartment. Because I used to remember I was calling everyone. I was like, yeah, my apartment. And I had not been approved for like 6 days. And I was like, yeah, my apartment is taking forever, but it's mine. And I remember saying that. And then I got the email. It's like, yes, it's yours. And it was also that was when, if you were the first person to show up, you got approved. you got the apartment. I was fourth in line, and I was gonna be like, I'm not gonna get it. Like, I want to live here so bad.
Right.
And I still got it. And I was like, okay, I really manifested.
I remember that because for anyone who isn't a New York resident or has like never lived in New York, oh my God, looking for an apartment, especially since the pandemic, is so crazy.
Yeah.
To like my brother and his roommate. I was just talking to him this morning, and he was like, just so you know, like, we're gonna need your help next month to look for an apartment because they've never had to look for a new apartment.
Oh, they're moving?
Yeah, and they're moving, and I'm like, I don't even know. I mean, it's so expensive, and then you have to pay a broker's fee, right? Like, no matter what.
Yeah, I paid a broker's fee, which sucks. And speaking of awful laws, moving into our next segment, I'll be the judge. We are going to be playing a game, which I don't know, you might have seen it in one of my episodes, but we wear old colonial type hair wig.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a gavel, and we read these fan submissions of stories, and we decide whether they are guilty or innocent in the situation that they're describing to us.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you ready for the wiggetry?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Over the wolf cuts. I'm ready.
Order in the court. We are starting. I'll be the judge.
Okay.
Is it guilty for a group of friends to gang up on one person about the issues they have with that one person?
Oh. Is it okay?
Oh, so like the friend group is like being like, bitch, you're annoying.
I think that's so mean.
I think you're innocent.
I say guilty. And the only reason I say that.
Why? But like if you all are like mad at one person.
I think that's so. Maybe it's because this happened to me once as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's so scary to get ganged up on. But that's me being, because I'm an empath, so, you know.
You are an empath, though.
No, okay, we can agree to disagree.
You know who really is an empath?
Jolie, right?
She's like, I'm like,
Jolie plug, we love her.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Yeah. The love of my life.
The love of, the absolute love of my life.
I think they're innocent. You're guilty.
I say guilty. I think
we're 50-50.
The 50-50.
Yeah. I just feel like, you know, if you have a problem with someone, you should tell them. If you want to fix it, not if you want it to be like, bitch, you're annoying. I don't like you. Get like, you know what I mean?
Right. I have been recently working on keeping things short and sweet, like being just really direct. And I think if there were a group force telling people, I think it can turn into something scarier and meaner versus maybe one person saying, hey, the group thinks this. We think you should stop doing this one thing. Because I think the group is scary. It feels like
maybe it is scary.
But we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we're going to do 50-50.
Okay.
The next one is, am I guilty for accidentally telling the kids I dated that I get paid to watch them when they thought we were just BFFs?
I think that's totally innocent.
Girl, that's fine.
That's totally fine.
Did they cry? Would you be sad? I was like, I don't know.
You're not being delusional. You're being like, this is what it's setting boundaries.
That's so funny. The kids just thought that you were coming over to be their friend.
Right.
Oh,
that is really cute.
That is kind of sad.
Did you ever babysit as a kid?
No.
Never?
I don't even remember having a babysitter. I feel like my grandparents would like babysit us, but like we never had like a.
Yeah, I didn't have a babysitter either.
Yeah.
Like my parents like just never really believed in it. I had an older brother. So
I feel like that's innocence though.
Yeah.
That's.
Did I tell you in the last podcast? For some reason, I feel like I did. In Dallas when we were in college, I babysat this kid who used to hit me so hard. And at the time I was like I was like 5 feet. I don't know. Maybe I grew in college. But like this little kid hit me so hard. I actually had to tell the mother I have to stop babysitting because it was like harming. Like
really?
And the kid was like 8 years old. Like so painfully like hitting me. Yeah.
That's so wild.
Kids are so scary. They're so scary.
I don't know. I never like babysat. One time was a camp counselor for like, it was a
I bet you were an amazing camp counselor.
For a Catholic camp.
Oh.
And they were like, okay, tell us about the Bible. I was like, I never read that. So Jesus, he sat there.
What?
And he
was sat.
Served some kind. Okay.
Okay, I was a camp counselor. Can you guess if I was a good camp counselor or a bad one?
You were a good one, right?
I was. I just want to hear it. I want to hear you say it.
Oh, I was also an Arrow leader, which is like freshman camp at our college.
Because Eric was involved. He was so involved.
Okay, I was involved because I wanted free housing.
Yes.
Because housing at our school was like $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
It was so expensive. So I was an RA. I never busted anyone. You
had the flip phone. Yeah.
I did have a flip phone.
Yeah. I wanted to be an RA so badly. I remember trying to make it work with my majors, but I feel like I scream RA energy, and so do you. I think we were just so different in college.
I don't see it for me.
Yeah.
We were not different.
I think I'm actually
she was
pretty much
popular
the
and
same.
I
was
loser.
not popular. I was like
just her loser friend here.
No. I would take Eric to like formals and stuff because I was way too like shy to ask guys ever. I had one guy friend.
I'm not a guy.
No.
I'm not a guy, apparently. So
there was one guy friend who was such a good dancer. He was so good at dugging. Shout out to my friend Blake. And I would take him to everything. If you remember, I would take him to everything.
Maybe, yeah.
And if I had a crush on anyone, forget it. If I have a crush on you, you will never know because I'm so like, yeah.
Oh, avoiding.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, but I would just take this one guy. But I loved going to like guys formals. Anyway, sorry, we're getting sidetracked.
Well, apparently I'm not a man. I'm like, okay, he, they here. Yeah, that's all of a sudden.
Right.
Okay, but no, I do remember going to your formals.
They were so fun.
They were really fun. Am I guilty for cutting off my friend for being consistently late because it sends me into a blind rage?
So as two time blind people,
oh my God, this is people. Someone probably has done this to me and I forgot about them.
I'm like, is this one of our friends submitting this because it's about us? I'm like, why do I feel personally attacked right now?
And the thing is, like, I try to be on time.
We are not perfect, okay?
Oh my God.
We have other amazing qualities, but being timely.
My excuse is that the train is always late. And like, sometimes I'm like really on the train trying to make it there on time and it doesn't work out. And sometimes I'm like, the train just like never came.
Right.
I had to call a car.
I have a theory and it's super toxic and like self-sabotagey, but I have a theory that I actually live for the thrill of not being early. I think being early for some reason makes me anxious. And so if I'm always late to dance class, it's actually terrible. You should not be late to things. Except
I've been really trying to be on time to things.
Really? That's good.
Lately.
Nice. I should work on. I really need to work on
I feel like
that.
you always make it there before me though. We'll have a dinner and they'll timestamp like when everyone gets there, and it's like
Eric and Jen
are like yeah, and they're everyone like we're like so late,
right?
It's so bad.
If it's really important though, I like when we were putting up the frames last night, I put up a clock and I was like, oh Eric, can you just move it 5 minutes ahead?
Yeah.
All my clocks are always 5 minutes because I have to train. It's like there's a little kid in my brain and I'm like, come on, wake up, like be on time, you know?
Yeah,
so
I know. I've been like, I'm getting better at it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm trying to Virgo my life, but I'm a Leo.
Right. Sure.
Was that guilty or innocent?
Oh, like who's guilty?
So like, I think, well, they're like blocking a friend or they got rid of their friend because they were consistently late.
I think a conversation could be had.
I feel like.
But if it's like really ruining your life, then yeah, maybe set that friend free. Set us free. Maybe our friends want to break up with us. Do it. Live in bliss. Get rid of me.
I think you're guilty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm pro being late, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. As a late person myself. Yeah.
Oh, the last one is I was carrying drinks to serve at my job at a restaurant and a little girl was running but wasn't looking and she bashed into me and fell over and I instinctively laughed while she cried on the floor.
I think that's fine.
Okay, but like think about it. Well, like what is it, like a nervous laugh or like a hee hee ha ha? Like look at this little girl.
I think it's totally fine.
I feel like my boyfriend would have laughed too.
Yeah.
Because one time I was crying about my haircut and Ruben laughed at me and I was like, I'm so hurt.
He always cries after a haircut. Like this is not new news.
When I cut all my hair off, and I look different and I'm like, why do I look different? And I literally got the haircut I asked for.
You'll like get highlights or something and be like shocked by the results. And I'm like, you asked for this.
I'm like, every time I get it, I'm like, what do you guys think? I'm not sure. And it was like my idea to like color my hair.
Right.
Like the one time I didn't cry was when I went blonde though. I was like genuinely like, this is so fun.
Can we live a day without Eric bringing up how he was blonde? Like, I don't know if that day exists somewhere out in the orbit. Okay, I will, to answer this question though, what if the kid starts laughing and gets joyous and happy?
But he was crying.
I think it's fine. Like, maybe it would make the parents, I don't know, we shouldn't take life so seriously.
Yeah. I feel like you're kind of innocent for that.
Yeah, innocent. I say innocent.
I say innocent. And I think that's all of our segments.
Nice.
All of our submissions for the I'll Be the Judge segment.
Amazing.
I wanted to say thank you so much for coming.
Oh, it's already the end?
Yeah, it's already the end.
I'm like, oh my God,
we've been talking so for fast. 18 hours.
Wow.
Straight.
And still just not enough time.
Not enough time.
Yeah.
For you to bash me.
I know.
Hate on me.
Since the first podcast, I thought I laughed too hard. I was like, I'm going to try to be more serious.
No, I wanted
kidding.
the laughter.
I
was like, what?
Wait, you should do, on the topic of manifestation, if there's ever a third time that I come on, what do you manifest for yourself, or what do you predict for yourself for the next time I'm here?
Oh.
It can be anything, as like crazy or wild as you want.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Like, I feel like, I know I'll have a very, very successful project come out in between now and then. And I already know which project what is going to come out. And like, I just know it's going to be so successful. And like, I'm very excited about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. How about you? What are you manifesting? I just don't want to give it too much away.
Right. Don't give it away.
Yeah.
I also I feel this, there are two things. It's going to be like a situation, like a project, and then an experience. That's all I can say, but I can feel it like right here. What is this? This is your clavicle. What's right here? Your sternum? I'm not sure. Your gut. Yeah, maybe your gut. I just feel it like it's going to happen. And also something really magical is happening next month in New York. I just feel it. I feel it in my body. So yeah, I'm excited for us.
Okay. I know. I feel like I'm manifesting big things for myself. I'm just putting positive energy out there and it's going to come back. But sadly, this is the end of our show.
Yes.
The producers are really mad at me. I'm scared.
Right.
So
they should fight us. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for being here. Do you have anything to say, like maybe where people can follow you or find you?
Yes.
Or any projects you want to talk about?
Okay. So you should follow me at Rico Taquito on
Yes.
all platforms. No, it's Jennifer Mika. I most recently did a project, and the whole time the person on the project called me Jennifer Mika, and I never corrected them. That's how non-confrontational I am. I was like, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's Jennifer Mika _ on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Pinterest, where else?
Threads.
Everywhere. I'm on Threads. Although I have a theory. You know how it was like booming?
Yeah.
It was like a super fast.
Well, now Twitter's going down.
Now it's
so.
sizzle. Oh, is Twitter actually
Twitter's
going
like,
down?
now it's not. It's not even Twitter anymore. It's X.
I love Twitter. Oh, officially?
Yeah.
I was the one who told you that.
Yes. I didn't even know until yesterday and you told me.
The next time we do one of these, we could just talk about social media, just specifically. I like love watching the trends and love seeing where it's going and everything.
I know.
But
it changes all the time.
it's crazy. Anyway,
Anyways,
Jennifer Mika.
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Rico Taquito. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, don't, because you can't anymore. It's not going to be around. Thank you so much, campers, for sticking around for another episode. Please follow, rate, and review Gay and Afraid wherever you get your podcast, and subscribe to the Past Your Bedtime channel on YouTube for full video episodes. Thank you so much, campers. I love you. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.